Hey guys, I have week 18 here. Now, I started to just do the algorithm. When we get back from Christmas again, we will be doing those. We will be doing the algorithm. So, one of the key things is knowing all of our math facts. And so, if your child is struggling to remember what 6 plus 5 is, this is going to be hard. And so, if your children are struggling with their basic addition and subtraction facts, they really need to be working on that. Remember on our website that we have the link to Extra Math, and in their folder they have the login to that. So you might make sure that you are using that if they're not gotten it down at school and they're still stuck on addition. Also, getting something out, using beans, using drawing a picture, whatever you need to do those basic addition and subtraction facts. Again, the rule that we need to remember for addition: if it's 9 or less, we let it rest. If it's 10 or more, we carry next door. And so 7 plus 4 equals 11. I leave my ones place where it is, but I carry the 10 next door, because I can't fit two numbers in my place value in the ones place or tens place or hundreds or thousands. And so this is something that will apply to what they're doing on all of their addition and subtraction, even when they get into like the 10,000s. And so here on my subtraction, our rules are: if it's more on top, no need to stop, so I just do the subtraction. If it's more on the floor, I go next door and I get 10 more. Make sure when you get 10 more that you take one of those 10s away. A lot of times a common mistake that I see is kids will try to go 7 minus 6. So really check to make sure that your children didn't do that, because this is a real common mistake. We have to remember we go minuend minus septuagint. We can move around in addition, but in subtraction we have to go top to bottom. And so making sure that they didn't put a 1 here. That's a common mistake. So just making sure there again, it's more on the floor. So I went next door and got 10 more. Made sure that I marked. Also, I didn't leave that to 7. I changed it to 6. And so I'll just go through these with you. And again, I regrouped. Here, one thing that we say in class: if the number's the same, then zero's the game. So they don't have to count backwards. They just need to know 6 minus 6 equals 0. Now, on our word problems, we're using what's called the cubes method to solve our word problems. I circle the word cube, stands for circle. The C is circle the numbers. I underline the question. That's the U. B is box keywords. And so how many flowers did she see all together? Well, I know that daisies and daffodils are flowers, so that's the reason I boxed those. But the key word here is all together. I know I'm going to add. And so I'm writing in my number sentence. And then I've got space up here to solve it as well. On the next one, he had 91 pieces of popcorn. His friend ate 26 of them. I know if he ate them, they're going to be gone away. He's not adding 26 more pieces. So that tells me that we are subtracting, but I'm underlining the question: how many pieces of popcorn did Tim have left? And that's what we're looking for. So again, we had to regroup on this one. So make sure if your children are doing the algorithm that they are regrouping. Now, the word sum in a word problem, S-O-M-E, not S-U-M, but S-O-M-E, is an unknown number. And so I circle that as an unknown. I'm going to make that into a box. Some ladybugs were upstairs and 52 were downstairs. How many? There were a total of 89. How many ladybugs were upstairs? So what I would do here, what you would see on the number sentences box, sum plus 52 equals 89. Now to solve this, we've got to remember our fact families. I can take my sum here and I can subtract either one of my add-ins to get the other add-in. And so I went 89 minus 52. We don't have to regroup, so it's 37. And your children can write it there in the box, of which I did in the next one. So there were 72 cows in the pasture. Some went into the barn. 35 were left in the pasture. How many went into the barn? And make sure that we underline the sentence, the question for us that's going to help us solve it. So originally it said 72 minus box equals 35. Now, again, with fact families, if I remember, I can switch my Septuagint and my difference, and those can be swapped around. So I can do 72 minus 35. I did have to regroup on this one, equals 37. Now this one says some spiders were hatched from their egg sac. 31 of them crawled away. There were a total of 75. I kind of wish they would have put the word left there, but how many are still there? I did this wrong. So the total that was there, they worded this very strange, and so I did this wrong. There's a total of 75. So we need to put 75 right here. And this shows us that even Miss Oliver makes mistakes sometimes. So now I'm going to do 75 minus 31. And 5 minus 1 equals 4. There's more on top, no need to stop. 7 minus 3 equals 4. So my correct answer is 44. So this gives us a good lesson of sometimes I make mistakes as well, that just because we see the word some there, they just gave us some information to tell us what was happening. So some spiders hatched from their egg sac. 31 of them were called away. There were a total of 75. How many are still there? So it started off with 35 or 75. Then 31 of them walked. So they kind of put it in a different order than what we're used to. So it should say 75 minus 31 equals 44. So that gives us a good lesson that all of us can make mistakes sometimes, but we can also fix our mistakes and learn from them, which is always a good thing. You can pause this here to check your work. Again, if you're needing to draw pictures or number lines or expanded form for addition and subtraction, not a problem at all. Y'all have a great weekend.